all of you. Here we are beginning with the last class for the company assessment. We have taken more than 4 classes for MAT. Then yesterday we started how the income is taxable for trust. When I started, what was your experience? Like looking at the way we have written, handwritten chart we have made, it is like, ma'am, itna sara yaad karenge usse to we will skip one topic called as business trust and writ and all that. But when we completed that, when I told you the gist and when you have solved the problem, it is 7 marks question is asked in exam and you have to pick up the data from the question and put it. This is the total income of the trust. What is taxable in the hands of the trust and what is taxable in the hands of the unit holders. These are all trusts specifically created as funding purpose for the companies in big projects. These are not public trust and charitable trust and religious trust what we have done. So yesterday we have finished 2 types of the trust. No, one. No, I think we did only one. How the business trust is working and how it is taxable. I will revise that. And then we are doing today 2 more type of the trust. One is your investment trust and another is your securitization trust. Okay. So how income is going to be taxable is very, very easy. 1 second. 1 second, dear students. Let me share yesterday's chart, and if it is all clear to all of you, we have written some booster notes over here. Yes. Can you see the chart on the screen, my OneNote? Now look at this. Yesterday I said that there are, unit holders or investors who put the money, okay, in the trust. And the trust is putting the money. This, how does it work? This diagram, once again, we should check. See, there are in the bottom line unit holders. Unit holders are nothing but investors. Investors are putting the money in trust that you take care. So trust, we have seen they are of 2 types, real estate investment trust and your infrastructure investment trust. This trust will hold more than 51% shares in the special purpose vehicle, which is nothing but called as special purpose vehicle, but it is an Indian company which is 100%, they say 51%, but everything is funded by this trust and then they are earning. Now, obviously, unit holders are putting the money in trust. Trust is putting the money in SPV. Okay. So now SP will generate the income. SPV is generating the income, interest and dividend and giving to trust. Trust is passing through that same interest and dividend to the unit holders. Look at this mind mapping. So in the hands of the unit holders, interest and dividend is taxable if SPV has opted for section 115 BAA. You remember these special sections we have covered day before yesterday, 3 concepts. Domestic manufacturing company can pay 25% tax, but they need not avail this deduction and so on. So now SPV, if it is covered specifically under 22%, 25%, and they are generating interest dividend for trust, trust ke haath mein exempt. Same is exempt in the hands of the interest and dividend if the SPV has paid the tax normally. Okay. Now, other than this, if the SPV is generating any income like rental income or anything for trust, it is taxable in the hands of the trust. Now, in case of trust, okay, trust is transferring interest and dividend to the unit holders. So in the hands of the trust, interest and dividend is exempt. Now, after this, the trust is having its own rental income, which it is distributing to the unit holders. So this income will be exempt in the hands of the trust and taxable in the hands of the unit holders. In short, what are the three incomes taxable in the hands of the unit holders? Interest, dividend, and rent. Other than this, all the income will be taxable in the hands of the trust. Is trust holding shares of the SPV? Yes. Will they have capital gain? Section 112, Section 111A, and income from other sources? All will be taxable in the hands of the trust only. This is the gist what we have done yesterday. But with this, let us check up once again one more time our main diagram also, what we have written it very nicely yesterday. ये देखो, investors are unit holders, they are investing in the fund, and fund is investing in the SPV. Fund is a trust is of two types. Okay, now taxability of unit holders. SPV will give dividend and interest to trust. It is exempt for trust. Trust will pass on the same income proportionate in the same proportion to the unit holders. Dividend किसको मिल रहा है? Taxable in the hands of the unit holders. Okay, if SPV is paying normal tax, then dividend exempt for trust, dividend exempt for unit holders, because SPV itself, the company, what is SPV? A limited, B limited, any company. It is paying the tax itself to exempt. If SPV is paying the tax under section 111 BA at 22%, then dividend is exempt for trust, but it will become taxable in the hands of the unit holders. Are you all getting? Huh? SPV is giving the dividend to the trust, exempt in the hands of the trust, but trust is giving the same to the unit holders, taxable in the hands of the unit holders, because SPV has paid 22% subsidized rate of the tax. Now, when dividend is taxable in the hands of the unit holders, at what rate? Non-resident या foreign company है तो 10%, others है तो normal rate. So TDS will be deducted at 10%. Who will deduct the TDS? Business trust. Okay. Now, interest income, SPV. Interest income is given by the SPV to the trust. Again, it is exempt in the hands of the trust. I want to repeat, dividend and interest given by the SPV to the trust is exempt. Okay. But same will be taxable in the hands of the unit holders. And even if they are non-resident foreign company, we have promised, please come and invest in India, and interest will be taxable at 5%. तो TDS भी कितना कटेगा? 5%. Resident और others के लिए कितना कटेगा? 10%. Other than dividend and interest and rental income, all the other income will be exempt in the hands of the unit holders. Unit holders, you are going to pay the tax on interest, dividend, and rentals. Rest, all the income will be taxable in the hands of the trust. आ जाओ trust के case में. Dividend and interest is exempt for trust because unit holders. World में none of the income is taxed twice. Rental income received by the real estate investment trust is exempt in their hands, but taxable in the hands of the unit holders at normal rate of the tax. So TDS also will be deducted. Okay. Non-resident foreign company 30 and 40%. जो भी normal rate of tax है, others 10%. Only for interest, TDS is 5% and dividend 10%. Rest all the cases, it is normal TDS. Now, other than three incomes, I want to repeat, interest, dividend, and rental. Rest all the income is taxable in the hands of the business trust itself. Yesterday, 1.5 hours, we have done this. We have solved the problem. Just revising. If you have any doubt, ask. Long-term capital gain. It will be taxable in the hands of the trust only. Okay, it's exempt for unit holders, but trust के हाथ में taxable होगा. क्या rate से? 20%. Short-term capital gain 111A, that is STT's charge 15%. All the other income at maximum marginal rate of tax. What is maximum marginal rate of tax? 30%, 37%, and so on. Okay? Right. For this, should the business trust file the return? Yes. Now, very important part is the trust is getting the income and it is passing to unit holders. So, in the hands of unit holders, it will be in the same nature and same proportion. Very beautiful point. For example, trust has received from SPV 60% dividend, 40% interest. Same will be transferred by trust to the unit holders. 60% dividend, 40% interest. Correct hai? Clear hai? So in the same ratio in which income is received, it will be taxable. Proportion be same, sub same. ठीक है? SPV will receive business trust units. SPV will receive the business trust units, and the trust will acquire the shares of SPV. Correct or not? Trustee SPV form kar raha hai company, so they will acquire the shares of the company. Against that, they will issue their business trust units. Is it an exchange of the asset? Yes. Will there be capital gain? Answer is no, it is exempt. Okay? Right? So I hope rest all is clear. Yesterday we have solved the problem. Look at the problem, so easy. Rental income किसके हाथ में टैक्सेबल होगी? यूनिट होल्डर. ये देखो, इंटरेस्ट किसके हाथ में टैक्सेबल होगा? यूनिट होल्डर. ये रहे. Rest all the income, short term, long term, in whose hands? Real estate trust. And when it is coming to unit holders, out of 50 crore, 5 crore units are held by this unit holder. His name is Chota Don. So that percentage income will be taxable. That is the simple concept of this trust. ठीक है? ये देखो एक बार क्लियर है या नहीं? One second now. Oh. Page number 66 we are. All this we have done. We are in these sections right now. ये चल रहा है अभी. Are you getting? If 2 minutes, if you take a pause, कि last 1 week we have covered MAT. Then MAT related tax credits we have covered. Huh? तो यही चला 2-3 दिन तो. Then we have covered up all the special type of the companies in one category. Alternative new tax regime and all. Yesterday I taught you about patents and carbon credits and all. 10% it is taxable, 115 BPF and BBG. Today we are doing this. Income of unit holders and business trust is over. Securitization trust and investment fund and unit holders, that's what we are doing today. And these 3 sections, QA, QB, QC, they are given because they are part of Companies Act, buyback of shares. Company is going to pay the tax, but this I will cover up with capital gain chapter. Business restructuring नाम है, वो chapter में करेंगे. So MAT, everything is over. Check more problems from your material, and this is what we have done yesterday. Okay? Chalo. Now I want to start with investment fund. It is easier than what we have done. Section 115 UB. ये डॉन वाला प्रॉब्लम हमने कल किए थे. And this is all, if I scroll up, 115 UA. This is what we have done yesterday. Are you all clear with this? Anyone is having any doubt, then please ask. If not, let us do now investment trust. Investment fund, we call it. There are so many things common for all. I'll give you some notes for the common points also. Ye dekho. Tax on investment fund and unit holders. Investment fund, who is setting up investment fund? There are people who can invest above crore of rupees and all. Like this group of people, they come together and they say, chalo, let us invest together. So if they come together and invest, they will form a fund. Everyone will put the money, and this money they will invest outside. So when they form a pool of money, who? High level of investors. It is called as investment fund. They form a pool of money and then it is called as investment fund. And who are the unit holders? जो भी funding करते हैं, those people only. Okay. Investment funds means any fund established or incorporated in India in form of trust or in form of company or in form of LLP. It's just layman's term. People are coming together to invest. Then you can say, ma'am, ये तो बिल्कुल mutual fund की तरह है, वैसे ही है. Okay. So they can form trust, they can form company, LLP, body corporate, which has granted a certificate of registration as category 1, 2 by SEBI. Okay. Now, what income will be taxable in the hands of investment fund? Non-business income of investment fund other than the profits and gains will be exempt. Fund ke haath mein, what income? The problem is going to be so interesting. And trust me, there is no creativity like math. You can really call me if you see that, ma'am, the problem you have done, same will come. थोड़े बस figures change करके नाम change करें. चलो. Fund के हाथ में what income is taxable? Write down income from business head. Rest all is exempt. And how the fund is going to pay tax? If the fund is forming, group is forming company or partnership firm or LLP, then tax rate specified. I want all of you to write here 30%. In any other case, MMR, that is 42.744. याद है सबको? 30% tax plus 37% and on 30% plus 37%, it is, he says, 4%. Okay, right. So this is how you are going to pay the tax. Hello all of you, this is in continuation with yesterday's class where we have stopped. I'll continue from there. But 2 minutes, very important instruction is 4 videos have been added which you have to watch the recorded videos. One is the topic called as tax planning, tax management, tax evasion and tax administration. Now these terms already you have done in inter. What is tax planning? If I am only earning income, I am only working, can I do the share trading in my mother-in-law's name if she's staying with me and she's a senior citizen? I can avail up to 5 lakh basic exemption. Can I take the property in my son's name who is major now? So that rental income. So like that we can plan. If your income is more, you can definitely put 1,50,000 in PPF. So it's a good mode of investment. Tax interest be tax free hai. And you can straight away get a deduction of 1,50,000. So like that, we can plan when we know the tax provision and it is good to do. Tax evasion is tax ki chori karna. Suppressing your income, overshowing your expenses, doing set off of the losses which are not allowed if you don't file the return on time. So tax evasion is not allowed. Next comes tax avoidance. Tax evasion is straight away disallowed. Tax ki chori karna. Suppressing income. You have sold today 50,000 goods, but you have made bill only 30. Baki upar se cash aaya, upar se gaya. That is tax evasion. Tax avoidance is, bending the law in your own way. Matlab you are doing all type of gamification in the law. Dikhne mein theek thaak hai, but actually it's not theek thaak. That wherever few points are there, the law is not clear, you try to bend it. For example, on a single day I am making payment to Amir 22,000, whereas I know I cannot make above 10,000 payment. Then I ask Amir, okay, anyhow I am paying you 22,000, chalo ek kaam karo, do alag alag slips pe sign kar do. Are you getting? So like this, when you try to bend the law, it's as good dangerous as avoidance only. But you are trying to take the benefit of the loophole, then that is called as what? Tax avoidance. And last one is tax administration. This is like Sida Sada Bacha. What is tax administration? Do all the compliances of income tax, pay your advance tax in 4 installment, every TDS what you deduct, pay by 7th of the next month, TDS also annual statement you have to file by 31st of May. Like that, compliance with all the income tax rules is called as tax administration. So they'll give you some cases and you have to justify, is this tax planning, is this tax avoidance, what? Someone has put the money EMI for the housing loan and principal and interest they want to take the benefit. It's tax planning. Instead of buying house with my own money, I have taken loan from the bank. Principal I'm deducting in ATC, interest I'm deducting in house property. You'll remember self-occupied house also interest is allowed. So like this, they will give you 4 cases, 4 into 2, 8 marks. This question is super duper easy. I've discussed 3 to 4 very good important questions in our material. Do that and go, you will score. But the only thing is this should come in exam. ये कभी ही आता है, कभी नहीं आता है. But it's nice. MCQs also they are asking. Simple. Next is ICDS. I told you that they will ask you compare the ICDS and the AS and what are the points at which they are differing. So there are many points. For example, AS1 talks loudly about prudence, principle, materiality, substance over form. Income taxes, we don't know what is prudence. We are not going to make provisions for any losses. Jab actual hoga, put it in PNL. When gain actual hoga, put it. Provisions are not allowed in business ed. You all know. Transfer to reserve provisions, they are added back. Okay, so these are the topics. Is my discussion clear to all of you? 4 videos are there. Promise that tomorrow is Thursday. Anyhow, we take classes till Monday to Thursday. So tomorrow you watch tax planning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you all should do ICDS. Thursday, I'll be back and I'm going to start with appeals. You know how we are taking the classes? We started with return of income. Then we enjoyed working off problems of the trust. Then we did theory wala part, assessment procedure. Then we did practical math. Now we will do appeals and revisions. Again, we'll do the most important topic for final, practically, that is business restructuring. Business restructuring is a hi-fi name of your capital gain chapter. So please promise me, I think I must have repeated it 10 times. इंटर के जो रिविजन लेक्चर्स वीडियोस डाले हैं वो ध्यान से देखो. When I teach you slum sale or advanced problem, you should know stamp duty or valuation duty, whichever is higher and all that. Some exemptions you should know. घर बेच के घर खरीदा तो you get 54. So lot of all the deductions are covered up in that. TDS. So these revisions videos are really helpful. TDS, deductions, capital gain. Business head, if you watch, then you do the math, you will be doing it completely different. Okay. So this is to help you all what I talked last 5 minutes. Anyone is having any conflict in mind or any doubt, please ask in the comment box. Otherwise, we will start with our topic for today. You know, yesterday we started with day before yesterday we have done business trust. Now I'm not revising everything. There are some incomes which are passed on from SPV to business trust, exempt. Business trust to the unit holders, taxable. 3 income: interest, dividend, rental. कौन tax pay करेगा? Unit holders. Who will deduct the TDS? Business trust. All the other income which SPV is giving to business trust is taxable in the hands of business trust only. Long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain, all other income. That same income, when it goes to unit holders, it becomes exempt. For this, I have made you write a flow chart. I have given you notes and we have solved the problems. Now, second type of business trust, everything is over. Right now, I'm starting with another type of, like a hi-fi funding method that is called as investment fund. Group of people who decide, okay, we all have huge surplus money. Can we come together and invest? Yes. They will come together in what form? They can come together as a company, partnership firm, LLP, any other mode. So what is the purpose of bringing this group of people together? They will form a fund called as investment fund. And that investment fund will put the money outside, get the income, and that income it will share to all the unit holders. Now you remember yesterday I've told you one logic, same proportion, same nature of income. Suppose the investment fund has distributed 60% business income. It has 60% business income, 40% other income. So there are 10 unit holders. Same, the unit holders will also get 60% business income, 40% other income in the same proportion divided by number of units held. Okay, right. But here something very basic is important. Investment fund is saying out of 5 heads of income, you all remember or not? Salary, house property, business head, capital gain, other source. Only business head income, third head of income will be taxable in the hands of the fund. So exempt in the hands of unit holder. Rest all the income investment fund ke haath mein exempted. So it will be taxable where? In the hand of unit holders. Clear to all of you or not? Business income किसके हाथ में taxable होगा? Investment fund. All the other income in the hands of the unit holders. Ma'am, in what ratio? In the ratio of number of units held. Under which head? अगर fund के पास rental income है, capital gain है, other source है. Same unit holders also rental income, capital gain, other source. It's like, you know, we together bake a cake and then divide by, हाँ कितने हैं? These many students and me, teacher. इतने part करो खा लो. It's the same logic with which investment fund works. But here there is a major amendment for losses. Ma'am, income होगा तो divide करेंगे. Losses होगा तो shall we distribute to the shareholders or shall we set off in the firm? For that, I'll make you write one flowchart. So directly open your notebooks and your booster notes, please, all of you. और वहां पे हम लिखेंगे इसको. Yes, yesterday we have written all this. So continuing with that, one second, dear students, please wait. Yes. So let us make a flowchart and understand. Then printed notes are also there. And then when we solve the problem, you say, ma'am, this is so easy. We just have to pick up. You all remember this question? Those who have done in class? You just had to pick up the figures from the problem and bifurcate and write. It's just copying, paste and getting 5 to 7 marks. Very scoring. Are you following, dear students, what I am discussing? Is my discussion clear to all of you? Chalo. Write down, please. This is all a part of company assessment, and this exam you are writing next Sunday. Right from MAT, section 115B, all the series, carbon credit, patent, and those 20 to 25% wale companies, and all these three kind of trust. It's going to be 1.5 hour nice exam. So you prepare super well for that. Taxability of investment fund. Taxability of investment fund. Okay. At the base level, who are there? Investors. Investors. We call them as unit holders. You know, I can also write like this: group of unit holders. They put the money. You know why they form investment fund or trust and all? ये क्यों form करते हैं? क्योंकि when they work in the form of the investment trust, no, it's that everyone's money is safeguarded. Investors will put the money in investment fund under section 115 UB. Yesterday we had done as UA. An investment fund will put the money in startups. स्टार्टअप्स में जो सीड फाइनेंसिंग होती है, कोर फाइनेंसिंग एसएफएम में पढ़ते हैं ना, वो सब यहां से होती है. राइट नाउ हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू बी टैक्सेबल? यूनिट होल्डर्स के हाथ में ऑल इनकम इज टैक्सेबल एक्सेप्ट पीजी ईबी. प्रॉफिट्स एंड गेन्स फ्रॉम बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशन. बिजनेस हेड, ये क्या पीजी पीजी स्टूडेंट लिखते हैं तो मैं भी लिखने लग गई हूँ. All the income is taxable except business head. पहले तो समझा ही नहीं बीजी पीजी क्या है, फिर स्टूडेंट्स ने बोला प्रॉफिट्स एंड गेन्स फ्रॉम बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशन. Okay, so when this income is taxable, will the TDS be deducted by fund? Yes, TDS deducted by fund बिल्कुल डिडक्ट होगा. अंडर सेक्शन 194 LBB. नॉन रेसिडेंट और फॉरेन कंपनी वही 30%, 40%. We call it as rates in force. Others, it is 10%. Nice, clear. All income is taxable except the business head. किसके हाथ में? Unit holders. TDS बिल्कुल डिडक्ट होगा. Okay. Non-residents and 30% and 40% and rates in force. And others के लिए 10%. चलो. Now let us take the example of fund. Fund की position क्या होगी? I am writing here. All income exempt except business head. Who is going to pay the tax on business income? Investment fund. तो खुद का TDS तो नहीं काटेंगे ना, तो it will be taxable at what rate? Are they going to form a company or a partnership firm and all? Then it will be taxable at 30%. In all the other cases, it's not individual slab rates and all. Because it's not an individual, it's a fund, investment fund. Group of people are coming together. So if they form company and partnership, 30%. In all the other cases, maximum marginal rate pay, investment fund will have to pay the tax. Are you all comfortable writing? हाँ, वैसे ही ऑनलाइन क्लास है और थोड़ा साइलेंट है, चैट बॉक्स को एक्टिव रखो. ऑल क्लियर? एसी यू कैन राइट. Not clear, then ask me. Simple. All income is taxable in the hands of unit holders except business head, which is taxable in the hands of the fund. ठीक है? Right. All right. Now, note some very important note. Number 1. In case if trust earns say 50 lakhs and distributes 60%. In case if trust earns 50 lakhs and distributes 60%, still 100% income will be taxable. 100% income will be taxable. In hands of unit holders on accrual basis. On accrual basis. अच्छा है, क्लियर है, आपको समझ में आ रहा है सबको? सपोज ट्रस्ट की इनकम 50 lakhs है, they have earned 50 lakhs, but they are distributing to unit holders only 60%, 30 lakhs. So can unit holders say, we got 30 lakhs, we will pay the tax only on 30 lakhs? No. That whole pattern of income is going to unit holders. Ma'am, how the unit holders will come to know? The company has to give them statement. I'll make you write that point also. The whole this 50 lakhs will be taxable in the hands of all the unit holders, that too in the form of what do you say, this जो भी proportion में उनको income मिला है ma'am, but received is less, still on accrual basis also it will be taxable. Clear? Income, this point is common actually for all. Income will be taxable in hands of unit holders. Income will be taxable in the hands of the unit holders same nature, same proportion. What is the nature of income in the hands of the trust? That will be the nature of income in the hands of unit holders. What proportion and what ratio, depending on, this is the income for 5,000 units. I am holding 100 units. So 100 by 5,000. Same nature, same proportion. Third is filing of return. Mandatory. You know, yesterday I said business trust को भी return file करना पड़ेगा 139(4)(e). Here filing of return mandatory under section 139(4)(f) for investment fund. For business fund trust, it is under section 139(4)(e). 4E, कल का जो टॉपिक, रिटर्न नहीं फाइल किए टाइम से तो they will not get all these benefits. If this is clear, then let us move to losses. But one more common point I'm writing here, common point for all funds and trust. Three kind of trust we are doing: business trust, investment fund trust, and securitization trust. The next one I'll teach. For all of them, the common point is statement of bifurcation. Statement of bifurcation of income is given to all unit holders till 30th June from end of financial year. Are you all following? You may be thinking, ma'am, कितना लिखा रहे हैं, पर ये learning notes लिखने से ही ये याद होगा, and then one problem and it will be clear. Bifurcation of income, whatever income has been earned by the trust, that is to be shared by all the unit holders in the same proportion, same nature. So that statement should go to them by 30th of June. Yes. and by 30th of November to IT डिपार्टमेंट को भी देना पड़ेगा ना, कौन क्या शेयर कर रहे हैं, all that. So this information will go to the prescribed authority. Prescribed authority is income tax department. Only in case of department, except investment fund trust. Investment fund trust statement given to department by 15th June. You know, some of the people, they are in rush, unit holders, they file the return in June, July, and all the incomes, above incomes are taxable in proportionate basis except business head. So investment fund wale department ko pehle de denge, rest all on 30th of November, and to all the unit holders, all the three income should be given by 30th of June. Clear to all of you? Chalo, now next heading I am continuing the same. Sharing of losses of investment fund. अगर income आया तो fine. अगर loss आएगा तो how will you do? Point number 1. Business loss to be set off and carry forward by investment fund only. Are you all following or not? Who is paying tax on the business income fund? तो अगर business loss आ रहा है तो कहाँ set off होगा? Fund में. And who will carry forward? The fund only. But in the same fund, na, set off पहले होगा ना, तो दूसरी income के साथ भी first you do the set off and then carry forward by investment fund only. First always set off, then carry forward. This is the thumb rule. I hope all of you know. Okay. Now it is the case of all other losses. So all other losses, I want all of you to make a flow chart. All other losses. All other losses, you know, they were also, listen to this funda now. Earlier, all the other losses were also carried forward by the firm only. Firm matlab investment fund. And then they would distribute to the shareholders. But the problem was, imagine me being unit holders, capital gain income pe main tax pay kar rahi hu, and house property income, other income, whatever, I am paying tax on the income, and these losses are allowed to be set off to the firm. So that was not justified. So March 2019 onwards, they said all the other losses other than the business loss, you give the losses also to unit holders. Ma'am, how? Divide by number of unit holders. Let unit holders get that income and set off the loss. So actually it is perfect. Sahi baat hai. Who is taxing all the other income? Unit holders. So let the losses pass on to them and then in that you set it off. Clear to all of you or not? Right. So this is how it is done for unit holders. Now the problem was only for those unit holders, the losses will be passed on who are holding the units for more than 12 months. Other all the losses, firm will only keep with them. Oh, you are a unit holder? You are holding the units for more than 12 months. Ye lo, profit bhi aapka, loss bhi aapka. Oh, you are the unit holder only for 2 months. No. This year's loss you will not pass on to you. Firm will only keep the benefit. Followed or not? Now, what about the losses up to March 2019? Till March 2019, all the losses were in the hands of the fund. After March 2019, everything in the hands of the holder, this unit holders. So, ये जो March 2019 का accumulated loss is there. with the company, उसका क्या करें? Distribute to unit holders. I'll work out one problem and show it to you कि how this will come. First you finish writing this note, flow chart. ये देखो, all the other losses. कैसे करेंगे? सबसे पहले losses as on 31st March 2019. Losses as on 31st March 2019 carried forward in hands of unit holders. Now this will be carried forward in the hands of the unit holders for remaining period. For example, capital gain loss was there. Last 3 years firm के पास पड़ा था, investment fund के पास पड़ा था. Now March 19, capital gain loss is transferred to unit holders. The unit holders can carry forward for how many years? 5 more years. Okay. This is the loss as on 31st March 2019. Now losses other than business loss after 31st March 2019. Losses other than business loss after 31st March 2019. This will again be treated in two ways. Okay. Losses related to unit holders holding unit more than 12 months. More than 12 months. Then what? Carried forward by unit holders. Are you all with me? Losses related to unit holders holding unit greater than 12 months. It will be carried forward by unit holders. Losses related to unit holders holding unit less than 12 months. Less than 12 months. Losses will be carried forward by fund. Losses will be carried forward by fund. Everything is over. We are going to solve one problem. Then I'll read out from material. Is it easy or are you following? Who is paying the tax on trust income? Business at trust. 30% MMR. Left hand side. All the other income, shareholder, unit holders. So TDS क्या rate से कटेगा? For foreign company and all 30-40%, for others 10%. Even if the trust distributes proportionate income, whole will become taxable in the same proportion, same nature. Return file करना जरूरी है. By 30th of June, give the statement, and to the department, give it by 30th of November, except investment fund 15. Now, because business income is taxable in the hands of the fund, losses also will be set off in the hands of the fund. Okay, except other losses other than business losses, they will be carried forward in the hands of the unit holders if they are holding the units for more than 12 months. Less than 12 months hai, so these losses will be carried forward by fund only. And what about the losses as on March 2019? Because before that, all the losses were carried forward and set off by fund only. March 19 के बाद they said no. From this year onwards, losses जो other than business head है, वो भी यूनिट होल्डर्स को दे दो उसी रेशो में, but for which period? Remaining period. Okay, right. So with this we have completed the explanation of investment fund. Check the problem and related to that all the other details we will do. Okay, here it is. I want you all to first solve problems with me and then I will read out the material from theory. पहले ना हम problem number 22 करते हैं. Problem number 22 करेंगे. Compute the income of each investment fund. You know, fund may set off and all the losses will be vertically. It should be vertically. आपस में, not like this, ऐसे नहीं होगा. Vertically. So there are three kinds of the fund: alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, and there is business income, capital gain, other source. Fund, it is also given that there are 20 unit holders, each holding 1 unit. 20 unit holders are there. So unit holders, whatever income comes, divide by 20 and share it in the same ratio. Capital gain, other source जो trust के पास है. You are requested to compute the income of the unit holders, assuming that income from investment fund is the only income of the unit holder. ठीक है, तो इसके अलावा कोई इनकम नहीं है. तो सबसे पहले come to business income. Business income is going to be taxable in whose hands? किसके हाथ में टैक्सेबल होगा आपका बिजनेस इनकम? इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द फंड ओनली. सो हियर इट इज nil, here it is loss. Now you cannot set off this 2 lakh loss and this fund wise income है. ये फंड की बिजनेस इनकम इतनी है, कैपिटल गेन इतना है, अदर सोर्स. Can I set off in other source business loss? Now dear students, you are set off and carry forward of losses. You all should know that capital gain में losses set off नहीं होते. I mean, say capital gain loss can be set off only in the capital gain income. You all know or not? That's why we write it in the block. Short term, long term आपस में set off होंगे, but this capital gain loss you cannot set off. But business income can you set off in the other source? Yes. So fund wise you will do the set off. That's why don't say ma'am beta fund की income 5 lakh minus 2 lakh होगी. His own business income, he has to pay the tax. Clear to all of you? And they have formed investment fund. In what way they have not said. So they asked you to compute the income and all. So this is going to be taxable at 30% if it is a company or firm, and MMR in any other case. Okay? So first let us do it. Only the presentation. Rest I am telling you it's going to be like super duper easy. Problem number 22, page number 69 पे है आपके मटेरियल में, है ना? Income of investment fund. Income of investment fund. Fund A, B and G. What will be taxable in their hands? Business income. Okay. Business income. What is the income of the fund A? Nil. B, 5 lakh. G, don't try to set off the losses. Okay. So now what it will be? Generally you can say, ma'am, just now you said business loss jo hoga 2 lakh rupees. That will be business jo loss hai, it will be carried forward by whom? Investment fund. But after set off, if we have other source income, can I set off business loss in other source? 1 and 3 are not friends. You can never set off the business loss and salary chapter. Who said this? Set off and carry forward low rules. That's why I'm saying watch those lectures that are going to be very beneficial to you. चलो, तो बिजनेस इनकम नील है, ये 5 लाख है, और ये जो जी है ये नील आएगा. Anyone in the class is still having conflict? Ma'am, you said 2 lakh loss will be carried forward by investment fund. Answer is right. Had it been 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs I would have set off and then carry forward. Clear? Now, what is the income of unit holders? अच्छा, ये क्या रेट से टैक्स लगेगा? इस पे टैक्स क्या रेट से लगेगा? अगर कंपनी है, एलएलपी है, पार्टनरशिप फर्म है, तो 30%. all the other cases, all the other cases, it will be MMR. ठीक है? Now, income of the unit holders. Unit holders के हाथ में how you are going to tax the income. What kind of income the unit holders are getting? Are you able to pick up the figures from the screen? It's super easy. छोड़ना नहीं है ये. एक बार अभी देख लो, एग्जाम के पहले ओरली करना, रिटर्न भी मत करना, तो भी यू कैन स्कोर. How many unit holders are there? 20. So capital gain income is 20 lakhs by 20. Here it is 15 lakhs by 20. And here there is loss. Capital gain में loss आ रहा है. तो वो loss कौन carry forward करेंगे? Will distribute in the hands of the holders. One second now. Capital gain, this you do. 20 lakhs divided by 20. कितना आ रहा है? By 20? 20 unit holders. Each unit holder will get how much income? 1 lakh. Capital gain. 15 lakhs divided by 20. 75,000. अच्छा? Next, what is their income? Income from other sources. Income from other sources is 5 lakh. Divide by 20. 25,000. 5 lakh divided by 20 is 25,000 income. बीटा फंड का इनकम कितना है? 3 lakhs. Yeah? 3 lakhs divided by 20. So 15,000 each. Income from other sources. How much it is? 10 lakhs. In that income from other sources, can I first set off the business loss? Answer is yes. कितना आ रहा है? 2 lakh. तो ये कितना है? 8 lakh. Divide by 20. तो 40,000. Star mark it as this is new for all of you and ask me if you have doubt. I want to repeat. Look at the screen. No, I'll give you time to write, dear students. ये देखो, ये कैसा है? ये ना vertically set off होगा. In other source, can I set off the business income? Yes. But अगर business income 20 lakhs रहता, ये 10 lakhs रहता, तो we would set off that and remaining 10 lakhs business loss. Who will carry it forward? The fund. कि अगले साल यही फंड में जो इनकम होगा वी कैन सेट ऑफ. इंट्रा फंड इट इज नॉट अलाउड. आर यू गेटिंग? इंटर फंड में ही फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ एंड देन कैरी फॉरवर्ड. सो इन इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेस, इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेस में हमने बिजनेस लॉस सेट ऑफ किया एंड रिमेनिंग इनकम वी हैव गिवन टू shareholders. Now only it is that this G fund is having 5 lakh loss. Now nothing is given, so we have two options. Option 1, if unit holders holding period is less, unit holders holding period is less than 12 months. आपको बात समझ में आ रही है? यूनिट होल्डर्स का होल्डिंग पीरियड 12 मंथ से कम है, तो फिर क्या करना है आपको? This will be carried forward 5 lakh in the hands of the fund, rupees 5 lakh. That's capital gain loss. Option 2, both option you write and come. If unit holders are holding the units greater than 12 months is ज़्यादा, then 5 lakh loss divide by 20. कितना आएगा? अगर 5 lakh loss आप दे रहे हैं, divide by 20, 25,000 loss carry forward by unit holders. Ma'am, why did you write both the options? Because they didn't give what is the holding period, so we wrote both the options. Yes. Clear until now? There's a very connecting next problem if this is clear or not, or some of you want repetition. I would definitely revise everything. पहले एक और क्या है कर लेते हैं. In case of G, gamma fund, if the fund G has earned following income in the year, 1 second, please change the year. This is 23-24, assessment year is 24-20. 5. One second. Next year G fund में if there is business income 2 lakh rupees, किसके हाथ में taxable होगी? Investment fund. Capital gain 8 lakh. So if you carry forward in the hands of the fund, as if all the unit holders are less than 12 months, so you can set off 8 lakhs minus 5 lakh here. Are you getting? And income from other sources divide by 20. In the first option, I'll give the option both cases. Problem ध्यान से पढ़ा आप सबने? चलो next problem number 23. Suppose in financial year 23-24, next year 23-24, business income कितना है अगले साल? 2 lakhs. Taxable in hands of fund. Number 1, point number 1. Point number 2, capital gain 8 lakhs minus capital gain brought forward. ये वाला. अगर unit holders 12 months से कम है तो capital gain is carried forward in the hands of the trust only. So 3 lakh. Are you all getting? All the unit holders were holding less than 12 months, so हमने carry forward firm के हाथ में किया, fund के हाथ में. तो fund has got this income first, set off 5 lakh and then 3 lakh divide by 20. That is 15,000 capital gain. और other source कितना है आपका? Income from other source कितना आया? 9 lakh. Income from other source is 9 lakhs divided by 20. 45,000. 60,000. I call it as total income of unit holders. Unit holders का income. ये तो ऑप्शन वन हो गया मैम. अगर यूनिट होल्डर्स को लॉस दे दिए तो फुल इनकम यू गिव 8 lakh to unit holders and let them set off. Ultimately it's the same thing. Set off fund में मिले या unit holders में मिले, the benefit will pass on correctly only, but presentation will change. I'm just going by the first assumption that unit holders, none of them are holding for more than 12 months. Clear? बोलो, कोई डाउट है? Once you finish writing, message me in the chat box so that I can revise everything. First, I have given you the flow chart. Now we are solving the problem. Again, we'll read it from our material so that it will be clear. These carry forward rules have changed now only. Otherwise, it was different. Chalo, everything I'll revise. I'm talking about investment fund. Investment fund is, high earning people. They come together in the form of the unit holders or investors. They put the money in investment fund. Investment fund is investing in the startups and earning huge and then distributing the income to unit holders. But all the business income will be taxable in the hands of the right side I'm discussing here. It will be taxable in the hands of the investment fund. Yes. And that it will be taxable in the hands of the business income. Company और वो सब है तो 30%, otherwise MMR. और अगर unit holder है तो all the income you tax it in the hands of the unit holders. Okay. Except business income. Why? Because on business income already the fund has paid the tax. Because all the other income is taxable in the hands of the unit holders, when the trust is distributing other income, will they deduct TDS? Yes. Non-resident foreign company hai to 30 or 40%. Others ke case mein 10%. Income is distributed in same proportion. Even on accrual basis, income is taxable. Statement is to be submitted. They have to file the return mandatory and all that. Now, losses. All the business losses are first set off with other source and capital gain. Capital loss cannot be set off with others. Business loss can be set off in capital gain. Business loss can be set off in house property. Business loss can be set off in other source. Only business loss cannot be set off in salary. तो business losses कहाँ carry forward होंगे? Fund के हाथ में. But all the other losses after March 2019 will be carried forward in the hands of the unit holders for remaining period. Because these are like accumulated losses. ये जो losses है ना, losses as on March 19 मतलब accumulated जमा हुए losses हैं. And running all the other losses will be transferred to unit holders if unit holders is holding the unit for more than 12 months. Less than or up to 12 months है तो losses will be carried forward by firm. Now see, fund का business income fund के हाथ में taxable होगा. Capital gain holders के हाथ में. Other source 10 lakh is taxable in the hands of the holder, but this holder is having business income तो वो set off के बाद hold होगा. ठीक है? Right. And next year if the fund again get business income तो business income तो खुद के हाथ में taxable होगा. Capital gain है तो capital gain assume that all the unit holders are less than 12 months not transferred तो firm के पास है तो set off करो. अगर second option assume करना है तो capital gain 8 lakhs divide by 20 कर दो. कितना आता है 8 lakhs by 20? 40,000. Yeah, right. Or already आपने you have distributed the losses, no? Brought forward losses 5 lakh by 20 you have distributed 25,000. So how much will be the taxable capital gain? 15,000 सेम, और ये तो 45,000 है इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेस, तो भी सेम होगा. टेक योर टाइम. ये वाला क्या है? assumption. Capital gain carried forward by fund. Here capital gain carried forward by unit holders. हो गया. Done with this topic. Two simple topic, another 15 minutes and today's class will be over. I'm not going to start any new topic today. If you want, I'll revise everything. Mat, add less, एक बार revise कराओ madam, तो surely I'll do. अच्छे से करना है. Add less. You need to score super well marks in the exam. Today the past batch exam, Sandeep, Usha, those who have cleared, they are all going for campus interview. And I told them to check not only the amendments of financial year 22-23, but budget 23 also, which has already been started implementing, no? VDA ka taxation and all. So I said, check these three videos. That is what the practical aspects they ask. And then depends on where you are giving the interview, campus interview. Is it an investment company, pharma company? So based on their taxation also, they can ask you some questions. Okay? Yeah. We will read it from here. जहां से हमने छोड़े थे ना वहीं पढ़ेंगे. ये देखो. Just 2 minutes. I'm here only. एक बार आप पढ़ो, then we will continue. Right. Hope you all are following. हाँ, फिर से देखो एक बार. Tax on investment funds 115 UB. 115 UA is your business trust, your RIT and infrastructure fund, what we have done yesterday. This investment fund is incorporated in India. Huh? Group of people can form a trust or company or LLP and all, and they can get it certified by the SEBI. Okay. Now, any income of investment fund other than income chargeable under the head profits and gains is exempt from tax. Total income of investment fund shall be chargeable to tax as follows. Where such fund is a company or a firm, taxable at the rate specified in the Finance Act, or in any other case taxable at maximum marginal rate. Okay. Now, the person responsible for crediting or making payment shall furnish by 30th June income which is distributed to person who's liable. You know, unit holder should know that which income I have received, divide by 20 and how much. So each unit holder's hand, that much income will be taxable. Okay. And by 30th of November, a statement in prescribed form and verified giving all the details. Okay. Income being proportion of income which is same nature as income chargeable under the head in the hands of the fund is exempt in the hands of unit holders. And any income accruing or arising in unit holders investment fund shall be chargeable to income tax in same manner as it would be income accruing if they have got it directly. Are you getting? Even if income is accrued and not distributed, still it will become taxable. Carry forward in your material. After this, some lines are given. Please cancel it. Carry forward rules have changed. So I want all of you to do a correction. Look at the screen. I'm telling you. On page number 58, after this B.1 bullet point is there. Carry forward. And immediately then this nature of income is starting. So that small para, you just delete it and take a screenshot of this if you can. Everything I have given in your notes. And if you want, I can send you this PDF Word file also for this. But just take a screenshot if you can, or a picture in your mobile, and I will start reading. That will be very clear. Where in any previous year, the net result of computation is a loss under any head, and loss cannot be or is not solely set off against income under any other head of income, then out of such loss arising to the investment fund as a result of computation under the capital gain, if any, okay, shall be allowed to be carried forward and set off by investment fund only. Clear or not? Business head कहाँ carry forward और set off होगा सब? Investment fund में. The losses shall not be passed on to unit holders. Which loss will not be passed on to unit holders? Business loss. Other losses. Other losses shall not be passed on to unit holders if loss is arising in respect of unit which is not held by unit holder for a period of at least 12 months. 12 months and more है तो ही unit holder को मिलेगा. Loss other than loss under head business head, if any accumulated on March 2019, shall be deemed to be in respect of investment fund and allowed to be carried forward by unit holders for remaining period calculated from the year in which the loss has occurred. Such loss shall not be available to investment fund after 1/4/2019. I've given all the points, but I feel easier than these points is the flowchart language, what I've given you. So it's okay if you're not having, but still if you want, take a screenshot. Anyone is having any doubt in any point, it should be like on your tips. अरे business loss ना firm ही रखेगा, fund ही रखेगा, fund ही set off करेगा, firm ही carry forward. All other losses, unit holders if they are holding for more than 12 months. Otherwise, no problem. ठीक है? Oh, sorry, huh? Yeah, some more details. Then nature of income, same proportion, same point. Deemed credit. Even if income is not paid or credited, it shall be deemed and assumed, and on assumed basis also it is taxed. Double taxation nahi hoga. Again, when this income 60% they distributed, okay, 40% they didn't distribute, so deemed basis pe tax ke. Next year when 40% is distributed, will it be taxable again? Answer is no. Clear to all of you? चलो, TDS part is very clear now. We all know कि कैसे TDS कटेगा. नॉन रेसिडेंट है तो 30%, फॉरेन कंपनी है तो 40%, all the other cases 10%. Okay, right. And we have done these two problems. Patent and copyrights I have done. One last kind of the trust is there. Just I think if you know, so it is enough. Okay, one more correction is there in yesterday's table also, writ wala table. Please correct करो उसको. ये देखो. Yeah, this dividend, if SPV has opted for section 115 BAA, then this is exempt, and this is taxable. This is taxable, na? Do the correction in the table. On page number 66, by mistake it is printed wrong. उसको correct कर लो, taxable कर लो. और सही है या नहीं? अगर एसपीवी खुद ही पूरा टैक्स भर रहा है तो इन एवरीवन्स हैंड द डिविडेंड इज एग्जेम्प्ट. यस्टरडेज क्लास, if SPV is opting for 22%, then in their hands तो it is exempt, but it's taxable in the hands of the unit holders. तो TDS भी कटेगा. All other dividend तो फिर उनके हाथ में ही taxable हो जाएगा, फंड के हाथ में. Fund will only pay the tax. I think rest all is clear. चलो. Securitization trust, I'm going. It is the same. Everything is same. 1 second. Huh? Yeah, this is the third kind of the trust. I think not much important. Give it a reading and enough. 2 types of the trust I have taught, that you prepare and go, enough. Securitization trust. You know, it is like a pool. This, okay, I'll explain you the meaning of this by way of diagram. I don't know. Debt securitization. Write a short note on Debt securitization. किसी को याद है? Debt securitization used to come in FM. Kind of financing, short term, long term, mid term. And that one of the method of the financing is called as debt securitization. Now see, I am a finance company. I have taken money from public own fund, capital, loan fund, and samne I have given different kind of the loans. Say I have given housing loan, I have given some business loans and all. Now these loans EMI what I recover, and then I give the next loan. Like this the cycle is going on. Followed? This is how the finance companies and all they work. Okay. चिट फंड्स ऑल्सो दे डू द फाइनेंसिंग बिकॉज चिट फंड में काफी पैसा जमा होता है जो एक एक को बाद में देना है, तो दे डू द फाइनेंसिंग काइंड. नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, these EMIs which are due for the my datas, a finance company के लिए datas क्या है? Housing loan. What are the installments accrued and received and accrued and not received and all? So are these EMIs asset for me? Against this asset, can I ask for more financing? Can I ask to a bank, give me more 2 crore rupees bank loan on the securities of my datas? I have to recover 60 crores from my datas in the coming 6 months. So with that, definitely I'll be able to repay you. So whatever money I have distributed. Now this is like a little risky, but ये financing होता है कि if I have to recover EMIs from my 10 customers, that EMI in itself, can I give it to someone as an asset? That is called as securitization, and against that can we get more financing? Can we ask bank and all to finance more money against our datas? देखो लेमैन का लॉजिक, स्टॉक के अगेंस्ट यू गेट सीसी ओवरड्राफ्ट ऑल, तो बैंक विल से इफ यू डोंट पे वी विल सीज योर स्टॉक. बट अगेंस्ट माय डेटास आल्सो कैन आई गेट सम फंडिंग? आई हैव 3 crores ऑफ डेटास. चलो अगर 1 crore डूब भी गए तो 2 crore तो मिलेंगे. तो अगेंस्ट माय डेटास कैन आई गेट मोर काइंड ऑफ फाइनेंसिंग? यस, दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ debt securitization. Okay, quickly we will check it what it is. Securitization trust means a trust being a special purpose distinct entity which is formed by SEBI, SPV. That securitization trust will put the money in the form of SPV as regulated on issued by the RBI. SPV means Indian company in which business trust hold controlling interest and specific percentage of shareholding and all will come. Same. We will do the funding for our datas, and that data's funding we will put it in the SPV. There will be a trust. Investors will be there, securities will be there, tax treatment in the hands of the trust. Any income of securitization trust from activity of the trust is exempt. Securitization trust के हाथ में कुछ भी taxable नहीं है. Income of investment of trust out of investment made in trust shall be chargeable to income tax in same manner, in the same proportion in the hands of the investors. Nature of income, whatever, same nature, same income. Even deemed income, there is some income of securitization trust they have not credited to investor. Still on accrual basis, it will be taxable. For this, every 30th of June, they have to give statement to department. They have to give the statement by 30th of November. कोई double taxation नहीं होगा. And the person responsible for making the payment to investor in respect of investment interest being referred to, TDS तो कटेगा ना? Who will deduct the TDS? Securitization trust. किससे? Unit holders से. If the unit holders are individual HUF, 25%. Others है तो 30%. Foreign company है तो 40%. Other than foreign company, कोई भी NRI है तो 30%. Always remember, for non-resident 2 rates are there. If non-resident company है तो 40%. All other cases 30%. India में all the other cases 30%. Individual and HUF है तो 20%. Done. Securitization trust, there is no I call it, jig jig nahi hai. Like business trust mein, this interest income and all, unit holders, you pay the tax. All other income, business trust is paying the tax. Some income, SPV himself is paying the tax. That's why that dividend is exempt. जैसे दो तीन रास्ते हैं. Today's class, investment fund, I will pay the tax on business income. Rest all unit holders, you did. Securitization trust, still easy. Securitization trust, whole income is exempt provided it is approved by the SEBI, and every income in the same nature, same proportion, whether received or not, give the statement and it will be taxable in the hands of unit holder. It's like a partnership only. 5 people are coming together, putting the money. Whatever is the income, 5 people you need to pay tax. But in the 5 crore income, we have distributed to 5 crore, 5 people only 3 crore. Baki 2 crore bhi trust ke paas pada hai. Fir bhi all income is going to be taxable in the hands of the unit holders. Let us write a note for this also in our notebook, so that when we complete everything, तो ये भी साथ में लिखना चाहिए. ठीक है? Right. Yeah, please write down. Securitization trust. In fact, this is given first in your material, I think. Securitization trust. 115 TCA. Securitization trust. One line answer it is having. 1 second. Securitization trust. The whole income. Income from activity of securitization exempt in hands of trust. It is exempt in the hands of trust under section 1023D. ट्रस्ट के हाथ में सब इनकम टैक्सेबल. All income taxable in hands of unit holders. All the income taxable in the hands of the unit holders. या जो भी investors, not unit holders. We generally call them, in case of securitization, investors. They are like pool of people who are coming together. Investors hands, write down please quickly. Investors hand income taxable. Same nature and same proportion. Investors hand income is taxable, same nature and same proportion. Investors hands income taxable on deemed basis, even if not distributed. Even if income is not distributed, तो भी सब taxable है. Statement to investors, or you can say shareholders, by 30th of June 2023. Statement to department. 30th 11 2023. That's all. Securitization trust, until now they've never asked any question. If they ask, it's going to be very easy, as if you are computing the income of individual. TDS rates same रहेंगे maximum. TDS deducted. Individual and HUF 25%. Other resident SSE 30%. Foreign company 40%. Other than foreign company कोई भी नॉन रेसिडेंट तो 30%. ये TDS कटेगा पूरा, बिकॉज पूरी इनकम टैक्सेबल है इनके हाथ में. Done? Clear to all of you? Easy? चलो last part. Now we scroll up all the material right from जहाँ पे मैट एंड ऑल क्लोज किए थे ना, वहाँ पे और एक कंपनी असेसमेंट भी था. लेट मी सी. Right from the beginning I'm scrolling. If I've missed out anything, I'll cover. Types of company, I hope you will give it a reading. Tax rates, this table is important. Short-term capital gain on shares 15%, long-term capital gain on shares 10% above 1 lakh, other long-term capital gain 20%, casual income 30%. If company's turnover in the financial year 20 and 21, 2 साल पहले, does not exceed 25%. In other case, it is 30%. Foreign company, royalties and all 50%, other income 40%. Surcharge rates. If income exceeds 1 crore and 10 crore, 7%, then 12% domestic company. Domestic company का ना basic rate कम है, तो surcharge rate ज़्यादा है. Foreign company का basic rate ही 40% है, तो surcharge rate 2 and 5% and so on. Right. See, these sections we have done. This is a group. This is the group what we have done today. 115 TCA UAUB. ये पूरा group हमने परसों किए थे. 115 BSA alternative tax regime, we know, cooperative society and all. This buyback of shares, I said, very important sections. This is asked in MCQs for sure. Why the buyback of shares is exempt in the hands of unit holders? Because the company is paying the tax. But I'll cover up in capital gain. Capital gain, you will enjoy my business restructuring class, provided you know what is a capital asset. If you read income, everything, it would be very nice. Chalo. Matt, I would like to skip everything we have done. अच्छे quality good problems you have solved as homework. Matt with India's other comprehensive income, I asked you to remember some points. These are domestic companies, taxable, provided they are manufacturing company. They should not avail business head deductions and all. Yeah, generally cooperative societies rate of taxation up to 10,000, 10%, next 10,000, 20%, then 30. ऐसा है. But if this cooperative society wants, they can go for alternative tax regime. They will not avail all these deductions which I told you for specified domestic company. एडिशनल डेप्रिसिएशन नहीं मिलेगा, नॉर्मल भी 40% पे मिलेगा, टी कॉफी साइट रिस्टोरेशन, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च दे विल नॉट गेट, 35AD specified businesses capital expenditure they cannot deduct, ATC to ATU they cannot avail any deductions except ATJJA new employment और ATLA जो खास cooperative society को मिलता है. So if the cooperative society wants, it can go for this, then pay the tax 25% plus surcharge compulsory, no limit कि इससे exceed होगा तो ही surcharge लगेगा. 22% plus surcharge plus 4%. If they want, they can go. Once they go for 5 years, they should be in that, they cannot opt out and all that. Securitization trust हमने आज किया. Investment, RIT investment day before yesterday. Yesterday and today we also did this business trust. We have solved all problems related to the business trust. Are you also scrolling your hard copy material? Yeah, this one is pending. I think this I completed, no? Carbon credit. Mark this, very important for short note. Write a short note on 115 BBF patents. 75% खर्चा इंडिया में करना, पेटेंट इंडिया में डेवलप करना, whatever income you get, it's taxable at 10% and so on. Tax on deemed income. Carry forward and set off of the losses. Yeah, this I want to talk. ये अच्छा कॉन्सेप्ट है, इसको ना पहले वन लाइन में सुनो. And the way they frame questions for this in the exam, no, खास करके MCQs. You all know what is a closely held company? It's a private company. So private company, can they have losses? Yes. Can they set off losses? Yes. Can they carry forward losses? Yes. But what it says is, if the private company is having losses, say 2 years back in 19 and 20, okay, that time A, B, C, they were the shareholders of this private company. Right now it is 22 and 23. You want to set off the losses, carry forward karke, you want to set off now 51% of the holding of shares as on the date on which loss is incurred should be same on the date on which you want to set off loss. Am I very clear? I have incurred loss in 1920, 2 साल पहले, when ABC were the holders. Now same ABC are the holders in 22-23. I can set off these losses. But if suppose A तो चला गया, उसके बदले कोई नया आया, P, Q and all, and if the percentage of holding minimum 15% is not same, then this private company's loss will lapse. You cannot set it off. Except Brahmastra, we call it, that is unabsorbed depreciation. Unabsorbed depreciation तो वैसे ही चलता ही है ना, right? So no problem for that. Chalo. Let us read. Unabsorbed depreciation, like even if it is not the same people and all, it can be carried forward for indefinite period and all. In case of company in which public are not substantially interested, no losses can be carried forward and set off unless at least 51% of the voting power are beneficially held on the last day by the same person who held it on the last day in the year when loss occurred. समझा? 2019-20 में जो लोग थे वही 22 और 23 में भी थे. Losses under that capital gain. Section 79 applies to all the losses, including losses under the head capital gain. Unabsorbed depreciation. Above provision is not applicable to unabsorbed depreciation. Okay? बाकी सबको applicable है. Now this is same for startup also. In case of eligible startup not being a company in which public are interested, means same. Startup is a private company. Losses incurred in 1 year prior to previous year shall be carried forward and set off against income of previous year. All the shareholders of such company who held shares carrying voting power on the last day, okay, they will continue to hold it, and such loss has been incurred during the period of 7 years, beginning from the year in which the company is incorporated. It is fine. However, change in the shareholding due to following reason is considered. Okay. So if there's a change in the shareholding because of some genuine reason, for example, transfer due to death. Now you can't say if the person is deceased, obviously the shareholding is going to change. A, B, C, D were there. Now A is no more, so obviously B, C, D or A ka share is taken over by gift, where the change in the voting power is because of gift. A has gifted the share now to D. Sorry, B, C, D तो already है, तो A ने gift किया Mrs. A को, तो Mrs. A, B, C, D, they are the holders. चलेगा? Yes. I'll share now only. Please keep patience. Examples are very easy. Amalgamation or demerger of foreign company, then this rule doesn't apply. Insolvency, you know, the company who has like gone into liquidation and bankruptcy court, उनको ये rule apply नहीं है, set off फिर भी मिलेगा. Relocation of the fund, this section is not applicable. Distressed company whose control is taken over by the government, उसको applicable नहीं है. Strategic disinvestment, okay, the provision is not applicable to public sector company provided ultimate holding company of such company immediately after completion of disinvestment continues to hold directly or through its subsidiary at least 51% of the share of the company. Holding subsidiary के केस में वह condition if 51% is not complied with in any previous year after the completion of the strategic disinvestment, provisions of section 79 shall apply and subsequent previous year. So it should be same, otherwise it will not be allowed. So इतने सारे in depth ये सब law के reason है, इतने तो नहीं पूछेंगे आपको in depth, but just simple part of the question and simple answering. इसको करते हैं हम, अच्छे हैं ये questions. Following are the details of X Private Limited and their brought forward losses given. 21-22 business loss है 12 lakhs, unabsorbed depreciation है 2 lakhs and details of shareholder OLMN. अब 22-23 में business profit है 25 lakhs. इसमें they want to adjust these two losses, but shareholding ये दो नए हैं, ये भी change हो गए. 45% is only same, whereas how much percentage it should be same? 51%. So now what is the profit of this company? 25 lakhs. They can just set off 2 lakhs depreciation, 23 lakhs, and 12 lakh business loss will lapse. वो सेट ऑफ करने नहीं मिलेगा, वो लैप्स हो जाएगा आपका. Please read the question and the way I am answering. Is it a too much shortcut? You want proper answer in the notebook, then tell me. I'll make you write that language. And if it is okay, then write it there as you say. No problem. %51 share is not same. 51% of the shareholders is not same. Still you can set off unabsorbed losses, depreciation से related 12 lakhs तो नहीं मिलेगा. Now, if L has gifted the share to F, gift is allowed, transfer because of the deceased person is allowed. L ने gift किया share to F, a relative of L. So this also we will assume to be same. अब ये हो गया 65%. तब फिर सेट ऑफ मिलेगा. आंसर इज यस. Okay, if it is by way of gift, then we will assume that 65% shareholding is same. Then 25 lakhs minus 12 lakhs minus 2 lakhs दोनों हो जाएगा, तो 11 lakhs का इनकम आ जाएगा. Please let me know, are you comfortable writing it there itself? And I am telling you, they are not going to ask you 5-6 marks question. ये MCQs में केस बना के पूछते हैं for 2 marks and you have to answer. Or you want proper answer in notebook. Both the options, the answers have changed. Is it okay if I'm writing here, or you want the answer in the notebook? Yes? Right. Clear? Clear to all of you or not? First, this holding you have to write in exam. फर्स्ट केस में एम एन एन दो ही बाकी थे जो 45% सेम है, तो इट्स लेस देन 51%, तो दिस इज द इनकम. सेकेंड केस इट्स 65% सेम, तो दिस इज द इनकम. नाउ a private company has one second. Share capital, this is form of equity share capital, and shares were held on March 21 by 4 members A, B, C, D. The company made losses in the past 3 years. ठीक है. The figures have been accepted by department, business loss and absorb. During the year, March 22, A sold his share to Y. Okay. And during the year March 23, B sold the share to Z. The profit of the last 2 years are given to you. अगर A ने सेल कर दिया, A, B, C और D थे, A ने अपने शेयर्स दे दिया Y को, और ना डेथ है ना गिफ्ट है. बाय डेथ, बाय गिफ्ट, टू रिलेटिव इज ओके. A ने तो आउटराइटली Y को बेच दिया, B ने आउटराइटली Z को बेच दिया, C और D, and they are all equal. Nothing given means they are all equal. तो अभी तो सिर्फ 50% ही सेम है. तो will you allow to set off the losses? Answer is no. This 9 lakh loss will lapse, but can you allow unabsorbed depreciation? Yes. So पहले March 22 की income ले लो. It is 18 lakhs. Please don't hesitate. If you feel you want to write everything in notebook, I'm okay. It will take 5-10 minutes extra. 18 lakhs की income है. किसकी? 22 की. Before charging depreciation. तो depreciation तो charge करो 9 lakh. और 21-22 पुराने साल का, कैन आई सेट ऑफ अनएब्सॉर्ब डेप्रिसिएशन 9 lakhs? Yes. And income will be nil. Now 23 में income is 45 lakhs. Can I set off 7.5 lakh? ये 7.5 lakh. Yes. And can I set off 15 lakhs? ये और ये 9 lakh तो आपने पहले ही सेट ऑफ कर दिए, तो 15 और 12. अब कितनी आ रही है इनकम देखो. आर यू गेटिंग? ये तो आपने पहले करंट ईयर का डेप्रिसिएशन सेट ऑफ किया, और फिर होल डेप्रिसिएशन आपने सेट ऑफ किया. Here you have set off 45 minus 7.5. जो करंट ईयर का डेप्रिसिएशन है वो तो सेट ऑफ होगा ना. दिस इज इनकम बिफोर चार्जिंग. 10.5. Take your time, check and ask if you have any doubt. First, always set off the current year's depreciation. Finish writing and all clear, observing this. There are 4 members A, B, C and D, and company has made the losses, profit for the past 3 years. So first you set off current year's depreciation and then earlier years depreciation. Okay. So earlier years 21-22 का business loss तो lapse हो जाएगा because the shareholding is not same. First when A did, still it was fine. 7 years का तो set off था. I think, oh, one mistake we did. One second. A has sold the share in the March 22. So on the last day, March 22, to 75% was share, same, no? So there you can set off the business loss in that year. Little the answer will change. And this, I have set off first this, but actually first you will set off this and then the 3. Answer will change. इसको 2 minute notebook में करते हैं. Somewhere कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ लग रही थी. The first answer is correct. This one I want to do. Problem number 25. First come to which financial year? 31st March 2022. What is their income? Total income 18 lakhs. Before depreciation. Can I deduct depreciation 9 lakhs? Answer is yes. And March 22 ko first A sold the shares to Y. March 22. So till then B, C and D, that is 75% were same, no? So can you set off the brought forward business loss also? Yes. So you can set off brought forward business loss of 21 and 22. 9 lakhs. So what is the total income of March 22 nil? Now it is correct. Are you all getting? Now you have to check it on the last day. March 2023. What happened now? B has also transferred the share. So only on March 2023, only C and D 50% are same. Now only unabsorbed depreciation can be set off. Unabsorbed depreciation can be set off. चलो तो साथ में करते हैं. अनअब्जॉर्ब डेप्रिसिएशन सेट ऑफ कर सकते हो आप. Only. So what is the income of 20 to 23? 31st March 2023. What is the total income? Total income है 45 lakhs minus current year का depreciation 7.5 lakh minus unabsorbed depreciation of 3 years 15 lakhs 12 lakhs 18 lakhs. Why I am taking the total figures? Sorry. Only the unabsorbed depreciation part I have to take. 7.5 lakh is the current year's depreciation. Unabsorbed depreciation is 15 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and last one is 9 lakhs. ये सब deduct होगा and now you'll get the correct amount. Yes, now it is correct. 1.5 is the total income. Take your time. What correction I did is that clear to all of you? Huh? It's easy but little tricky. We need time. because I thought two people are going out, but they are going in different year. In March 22, only A is going. To B, C, D to hai na 75%. So can I set off the business losses also? Yes. In case of private company, बिल्कुल मिलेगा. जो losses brought forward हैं, उनको भी आप set off कर सकते हो. In March 23, it's only 50% shareholders are same. Now gone. Now it is like only 50% are same, so no business losses you can set off. You can set off unabsorbed depreciation. Okay. One very, very important amendment is there which I am discussing and I have given in one line. आपके बुक में पैरा भर भर के दिया है इसके लिए, but not required also. No set off of losses consequent to search requisition survey. You know, whenever there is a raid, then assessment is done under 147, income escaping assessment. हाँ, तो उसके ऊपर टैक्स पूरा लगता है. If there is a search, survey, and if some income is caught up, can we say, okay ma'am, मेरे पास रेड हुआ है, 1 करोड़ रुपए मिले हैं, मैं टैक्स पे करने तैयार हूं, but I have last year's business loss. First you set off that. Answer is no. वो जब set off होना होगा, if total income includes undisclosed income consequent to search, raid, requisition, when they take over all your assets, or survey, no losses are allowed to be set off for such income. Is this clear to all of you? कोई losses आपको set off नहीं मिलेंगे. Quite in detail they have explained the point in your books. No losses can be set off. That means on this income flat you have to pay in section 69 and all 78% tax. You remember 60% tax, उसके ऊपर कितना था, 25% surcharge, and on this 4% ECS. Clear to all of you? So that's all for this topic of today. Today what we have done, we should see the gist. Gist part is we did the securitization trust, we did the investment fund. Investment fund में that vertical set off याद रखना. Intra fund, inter fund नहीं होता. Intra fund. Within the fund vertically, yes, the set of rules are allowed. Rest all is clear. And now I taught you the last one was little tricky, but I hope clear now. Private company losses, they can carry forward and set off provided the day loss incurred 51% shareholders should be same now also. Okay, so that's all for today. There is no class for the next week as I've been traveling. That's why I'm saying don't ask me doubts there itself, preferably unless it's urgent. But you accumulate all your doubts for ICDS, for tax planning. These 4 topics you complete as if there is a class on Friday. Again, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we are starting the class with appeals. And next Sunday, you are writing the exam on this whole topic. जो आज मैंने revise कराया. MAT, trust, special companies, सब मिला के you will write the exam. And those who have yet not completed their pending exams of charitable trust and all, do it. And immediately after writing, now all the suggested answers are uploaded. Only those who have sent me the papers on time, I'll be correcting and giving. Sorry. Those who are going to submit now, they can, but I'm not sure I'll correct and give. But you can yourself correct it. Suggested answers are uploaded by Monday night. Exam is on Sunday. तो आप खुद से check करो लिखने के बाद. And any doubts you have, you can ask. Okay? Those who have done and given on time, definitely I'll correct the papers and give to all of you. Anything from your side? Any confusion anywhere? As a teacher, I know I've been teaching inter, like right now I'm taking capital gain. It's like in the flow, everything comes very perfectly well. But final, it is very dynamic taxation. It's not the way you have done inter 5 heads of income and deductions and all. So sometimes, we also need to repeatedly read it. That much variety is there. But it comes by practice, and it is going to be scoring provided you do the writing practice of same problem what we did in class. अब फाइनल एग्जाम में फिर से कब जब ट्रस्ट पढ़ने बैठोगे ना डियर स्टूडेंट्स, डबल द टाइम यू विल टेक टू रिकलेक्ट फर्स्ट व्हाट मैडम टॉट. उससे अच्छा बेटर है, नाउ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड, check the flow chart, read the printed material which I have sent you in courier, उसके बाद check the classwork problem. So by that way, now only if you spare half an hour, 45 minutes in the next 24 hours, this topic is done for you. Okay? That's all from my side. Thank you so much. See you all in the next week. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.